I think we're going to go overboard today. We're going to talk about some things that some people might find offensive, or they might challenge it in a way that says, I've never heard that before, but it was never given to me before. And you know me as a daily writer, I love to talk about things that might be a seed in someone else's forest. But we're going to talk about some things today. This is a story that I have never heard of in my entire life. And I attend a big, beautiful church. But it all started with an elderly man approaching me last night with a very interesting collection of words. He said, Moses didn't go to heaven. I looked around the grocery store and I thought, what? You're talking to me? Where the hell did that come from? Moses didn't go to heaven. Well, I tell you what, I didn't find it to be odd because that's who I am in the public eye. It's how I carry myself out there. The man was obviously distraught, saying that this other guy at the gas station walked up to him and said, Moses isn't in heaven. So he felt like he needed to pass the message forward, and it landed on me. There are many points of views and interesting opinions based on this story, although some experts say nobody entered heaven until Jesus died on the cross. The books of Matthew, Mark, and Luke speak of the transfiguration. Moses appeared with Elijah. Luke says Moses appeared in glory and spoke with Jesus. Now, many spiritual and religious leaders see that as being Moses did indeed make his way into heaven. The interesting part about the elderly man that approached me last night, not only did he plant a seed in my own heart where I did some research, but he was also a representative of the streets, a man of homelessness. Moses came from an imperfect world. I'm Errol. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I love it when people come up to me and say, Moses didn't make it to heaven. To me, I think, wow, that's my subject. That's what I'm going to write about. There's something there. But where do we take it? This is The Daily Mess. Making yourself public approachable is a journey and or a roadblock for many. Motivational speakers over the years have always said, hey, you guys up front, the best way to get over your nerves is that you should picture everybody sitting there in their underwear. My transition into message sharing is based on preparation and trust, to have the confidence to believe in who, what, where, why, and when. It's a gift to be on that stage. You just happen to be the lucky one today. What are people looking for that you might be able to share? Being a broadcaster for 43 years might aid in the ability to speak openly, but it doesn't make me a natural connection maker when it comes to those receiving. I spoke with a major restaurant owner last evening about the potential of future leadership. He says it starts with conversation. Don't give your employees more work to do. Give them a choice of opportunity. It may take time for the leadership seeds to pop, but through conversation, people are given a purpose. Making yourself public approachable. We all think it's going to be the motivational speakers or the preacher people that are up there in the front. Making yourself public approachable. How about leadership in your school? Leadership in your place of business. Doesn't mean that you have to be the GM or the general sales manager or the top dog jock on the radio. Doesn't mean that. Making yourself public approachable is being approachable to people without having to thump them on the heart. Just be you, but be you in a way that doesn't have to be about politics. It doesn't have to be about religion. It doesn't have to be about movies because there's so much movie spoiling going on right now. And besides, most people will tell you, I don't go to movie theaters anymore. I got a 72-inch flat screen TV. Okay. Well, a lot of lives are being affected when you make that choice. There's a lot of people who have lost their jobs because of that. Theaters have closed, but that's okay. That's who we are in this generation, and I'm part of that when it comes to the world of terrestrial radio. When they geared down, you should have seen how many hundreds of thousands of broadcasters were set free to roam the planet. Making yourself public approachable. It's understanding why you are there. There's something that somebody might want something from you, but they're not going to come out and clearly state it. But there's an energy source. I always believe that, through telepathy, we share these messages just by looking at each other. And you'll go, oh, I know who you are. Stephen Furtick has always said that about people that attend Elevation Church. There's an energy about those who participate with Elevation. There's an energy. You just know. And here's the thing. I have to believe him because it's amazing how many people from Elevation Church go through my line. And we talk. And if I'm not taking notes and backing up the message that was shared on that particular Sunday, they're going to look at me and go, you're candy-coated. You're a plastic bathroom mirror smile. Making yourself public approachable starts with, it ain't about you. I'm Arrow, and that's The Daily Mess.